Censorship. Warning. Censorship.
Asylum Justin Villamor for Revolution News here at Lakeview Front, Oshawa, Ontario. So folks, as you can see, here I am at Lakeview Park in Oshawa, and you've been wondering what I'm doing here. Well, of course, is that there's a church service that the Church of God had here, and as you can kind of see it there, that there's a few members of the Church of God, kind of the Church of God people, and actually by all things is that there's a huge amount of congregants who actually came here today, and kind of in things is that this is a also normal lockdown event with kind of coordination with the Church of God here. But in any event, sir, of course, is that there's also some few notable people who actually came here. Some of them came from very far place and kind of to go here and just see and listen to these sermons of Pastor Henry Hildebrandt in person. But in any event, sir, of course, is that folks, I'm gonna be trying to get Pastor Henry Hildebrandt's side of this story on regarding things here, especially on what happened to the church itself, where they sort of the law enforcement actually went on and sort of changed the lock and completely locked down the church itself. And ever since then, they've been congregating and kind of holding the service outside with this type of beautiful weather here. And folks, for sure of the definitely things here, of course, is that you're just seeing here is how young and beautiful the weather is, and you see here that this very beautiful weather attracted this that kind of huge amount of congregants who actually came here today. But how about let's go on and see what's the most currently going on here as of right now. Folks, I'm with Pastor Henry Hildebrandt. So Pastor, go ahead and tell me what your thoughts on the arrest that has been made on pastors on Alberta, from Pastor James Coles to Pastor Tim Stevens, where he was arrested in front of his children, Pastor Arthur Pawlowski and his brother David Pawlowski. And what do you think about the constant thing here about Alberta Health Services going after these pastors?
Right. We have followed that very closely, what happened with the pastors there, and feel very, very much for them, because we see how wrong it is. Our country was founded on the supremacy of God, and for our country, for Canada, to arrest pastors in front of their children and to do that to them is very, very, very wrong. We're following that closely, praying for them, that God would help. But I think a lot more pastors should stand up and stand strong, because if the pastors would stand up, this wouldn't be happening what is happening now.
Yeah, so in the most of things here is that, what's your thought about the Solicitor General going after you? And I think they sort of went on and sent you an email that you could be face arrest, kind of arrested if you don't comply with these restrictions.
Right, we cannot comply with these restrictions because the restrictions have no foundation to stand on, and whenever the restrictions of the government go against the Word of God, we choose to go by the Word of God.
Yeah, by all things, hey there, so as you may already know it, that YouTube policy is just too intense for me to upload the whole content. And if you want to see the whole other content here, you can see them at Wumble. And well, all the pretty much things here, folks, is that they already gave me a warning. And well, you just know it here's that pretty much sure if I upload the whole content here once again, they're gonna come after me, and sort of went on and totally censored me once again. And well, you know what, folks, what I can really say is that I don't know with that. And well, because what I can really say is also this time there might be a chance that I might be platform from YouTube altogether this time. And well, it's just too risky for me to do it. For Revolution News, I'm Asylum Justin Villamor. Hey there, folks. So as you can already see it here is that unlike Justin Trudeau's liberal media, i.e. the mainstream media bought and paid, Revolution News likes to tell the truth of the story here and bring you the truth of the story here. And if you can and actually go on and support my independent journalism here by going to patreon.com/asylumjustinvillamor. That's patreon.com/asylumjustinvillamor. And you know what, folks, once again, I truly entirely rely on your generous donations and you, the generous audience, to keep me reporting, to keep me going here. And I will truly appreciate your generous donations and your generous support to keep me reporting here, to keep me going here. Thank you so much.